All right. Hello and welcome back to the Basil Breen Boombox. We're after getting an extra B in the name. That's what it's all about. That sweet alliteration. It was the Basil Breen DVD video or video DVD. That was kind of a nod to a private joke between me and me friends in relation to one of those traveller call-out videos that I seen where one of the lads said, I'm not going to do the impersonation in case I get my head kicked in. He said, I seen you there on the YouTube DVD. I'm pretty sure he said that. Otherwise, we made it up and filled in the memory after. So I thought, that would be a funny name. But Boombox starts with a B. It kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's booming out of some sort of box, whatever that box may be, whatever that box finds you. Mainly it's the B. I love the alliteration. That's why I really liked Basil Breen. Not only is it 5 letters on both sides, it's symmetrical. We got the B's, and now we got Boombox. Thanks to Dean Monks for shouting that out. So eventually when I move to the basement, it'll be the Basil Breen Boombox live from the basement. But we're not there yet, you know. This is still the podcast that nobody has asked for, but you're getting it. I suppose a reason for doing this in the first place is not only for shameless self-promotion, but it also is improving my ability to speak verbatim in front of a camera and kind of try and get myself out of certain linguistic holes that I find myself in. Because once you start speaking, you end up in some little box and then you can't really get out. You have to struggle to get out because you can't start the video again. Well, you can if it's in the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds. But I'm not starting this again now unless something really bad happens, you know. So you have to kind of learn to articulate yourself. And I just feel I love these kind of endeavors where there's multiple aspects, many benefits to doing it. And hopefully I'll be able to improve my ability to speak and reduce certain verbal tics like and other things. And that way, I think you can better pursue your goals in the world if you sharpen up your speech, your weapon of thought, your ability to articulate ideas and to have them penetrate other people's thick skulls. Mine's thick as well, don't worry, it wasn't an insult there. So, and then obviously, I like the idea of keeping a sort of log of what I am doing in general. So it's kind of for me to have something there where I have to reflect on things that have happened, learnings, etc., etc. Kind of a record of the exploration. There's a really good quote that says, the art is evidence of the exploration. So art, if you've done any sort of creative endeavor, even just drawing a picture, or, you know, who knows, like gardening, you iterate on the piece of work itself, and it's actually an exploration. You're actually learning the piece. You're learning the art as you go and kind of uncovering it. So the art, the finished product, whether it's a song or, you know, I can't think of anything else, right? I'm a musician, right? All my examples are going to be musical, and that's just the way it is. Or coding, you know, programming is a very creative endeavor. Once you've explored an idea, the piece that's left after you chip away the rubble, that's the art. That's the art, you know. But anyway, I've vented enough on the whole thing there, the reasons to why, so I can explain myself to people, you know, so I don't feel like too much of a fucking idiot shiting away here in my room. I have a purpose, and I've stated that purpose, you know. And I'd love to have a podcast where I'd be able to get certain people in, even around the area, and just have conversations. So if I can keep chipping away at this, you know, it's these kind of things. They could take 10 years before you get anywhere, and that's the whole point. The point is that you do the thing because you enjoy it, and because hopefully there's some benefit to the pursuit. And regardless of whether you get anywhere with it, like let's say you have a goal that's out there in the future, the movement towards that goal is the most important thing. And all the stuff you pick up along the way, it's just such a worthy endeavor to endeavor towards any goal that's obviously positive. And you have to make that decision for yourself of what's positive and what's not, you know. So it would be interesting to eventually be able to do interview styles and conversations. I just want to make sure that this is actually recording, and it is recording. Jesus, thank God. But anyway, we have been developing and iterating on the recording process. So I have recorded another original song. So I have 2 original songs kind of ready to go. And when I get the third one, that's going to be part of the Triple R EP, because the 3 songs are going to be Regret, Rebel, and Recession. So I'm going to do little bursts of 3-song EPs based around 3. I like having a theme. The next one is going to be 3 Irish odes. I'm going to do maybe a love-based EP that's love cubed. You know, like love with a little 3 to the power of 3. You know, third place, which is kind of going to be 3 songs about places. So I like this idea, and it's very achievable. It's not like a big lofty goal like an album. It's just like a smaller kind of thing that's manageable. And I'm able to record at least a song a week, and I've been recording covers as well. Next one I have there is Go Move Shift. I got one at Raglan Road, which people seem to enjoy. Very difficult song to sing. But you know, when you take a few takes, and I just practice during the week in the evenings. You know, I'm still working full time, so this is more of sort of a side project. My side hustle is all these kind of musical endeavors and performative endeavors. But you got to make time for it, you know. So I basically was able to turn my couches into a recording booth. Thank God I have a couch that's broken off into 2 sections, and I was able to build a fort to reduce some of the reverberation. You could probably hear it, perhaps, if you listen very, very closely to this recording. You can hear the reverberation in the room. There's like a natural kind of echoey sound, because the walls are very bare. There's nothing really absorbing it. There's hard floor ceilings. So in the 2 recordings I did, one for Raglan Road, one for Rebel, there was kind of these high-pitched squeaks when I sing really loud, which is kind of my natural volume. It produced these artifacts, these little squeaks that I couldn't hunt down or kill for the life of me. I did my best. But now that I have the couch studio, it's really reduced it a lot. There's still, you know, it's still a home recording, you know what I mean? But it's probably the best kind of quality that I'm going to be able to achieve here. So I was actually really happy with that. You know, it's a bit of effort, 20 minutes to set up, 20 minutes to set back everything into place. But now, not only am I on the couch, I'm in the couch. So all my recordings are going to be actually coming from in the couch. And I'm looking forward to sharing all the new music that's coming along. And yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be making some little announcements here and there. The next cover, again, is going to be Go Move Shift. It's funny, actually, with the recording, I found that closing my eyes while I'm playing allows me to kind of concentrate deeper on the guitar and the vocal and the singing. It looks kind of very strange, but when you close your eyes, you're kind of shutting off your visual cortex or whatever, the part of the brain that's responsible for the seeing of the stuff. And so if you think about it, it's like a computer. You're allowing more processing power to be used elsewhere if you close your eyes. So you can actually apply that to anything. If you really want to listen to music or listen to anything, listen to someone even, you can close your eyes, and that way, there's obviously anecdotal, and I think actual scientific data behind the idea that blind people that are visually impaired, their other senses get heightened. I've actually seen a blind man who can skateboard and drive. I think they're able to use we actually have a sense of, it's like if you put your hand in front of your face and you start talking, you can feel that the hand is actually very close to you, because when you speak, the words bounce off your hand and reflect back like a sonar. So we actually have a built-in kind of sonar. And this blind man, or visually impaired, he's able to have developed his sonar abilities so he can skateboard. It's insane. You need to check it out on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I've seen something in that vein. So the idea then is to close it during the performance. If I close my eyes, I can really get into it, and it's actually very difficult to do a full take without any mistakes. I have to do it multiple times to kind of get going, and then my fingers really started hurting me this time. So there's a lot going against you, you start getting inside your own head, like you're halfway through the song, and you know you've done a few bad takes, and you're just like, Jesus, I hope I get this one, like, this is a good take. But then as soon as you start thinking that, you focus off the performance, and then you're just, it's not a good place to be. You really want to be in the performance as much as you can, but it's very, very difficult when you're recording yourself and doing multiple takes to not have it in the back of your mind, the history of the previous takes and what it means if you don't get this right. You have to go again. But that's all part of it. It's just part of the process. If you want to achieve anything worthwhile, whatever that means to you is whatever it means. But to me, to record these songs that I've written in some form that's audible and listenable is a worthy pursuit for me. And I think the video component as well is something I didn't realize how important that was. I was so naive to just pursue Spotify, and it's kind of a faceless entity, whereas Spotify is good for people to listen to music, but for people to make a connection with the music, to have that extra video component, for people to see the performance in its raw form. I think people enjoy video content, that visual aspect. They have something to watch. So there's so much more value in recording video and audio. So I'll have the audio, but I'll also have the video. But I didn't realize when I was doing the video, it just clicked, because I listened to a few podcasts, and some of them will just release audio only on YouTube, and you'd see in the comments people just saying, "Oh, we want the video. Like, where's the video?" And now I can see that, and I've seen, because of the response I got on Raglan Road. Now, obviously, I'm piggybacking off Raglan Road because it's a legendary song, and everyone knows it, and I've just kind of done my own version of it to try and capitalize on its success, if you want to look at it through the most uncharitable lens. I do enjoy it. I love that song, and I enjoy singing it. But there is that side where, okay, you're basically, people, I was watching a cover band play Pink Floyd. They're like the best tribute band in the world. They're more like a tribute band. And one of my mates, Fernando, he was just saying how we're not really cheering for them. We're cheering for Pink Floyd's music. And it's kind of these now, they were amazing. Honestly, they were amazing. But when we're clapping for Pink Floyd. Really, we're clapping for the real song itself. And I know Raglan Road is actually, it's a funny one because there's so many parts to it. There's not just one person that's responsible for its greatness, really. Although you could argue Luke Kelly contributed the most, but regardless. So I do want to. There's a part of me that obviously wants to share my own music, and I hope that hopefully some of the covers will kind of be a gateway into the music to kind of earn people's respect, I suppose, and also to be able to share, hopefully, more the Irish music that I've grown up with and love, because there's kind of this spiritual baton that's passed from generation to generation. If you look at the likes of Christy Moore, he is more. Now he's written some songs. You know what I mean? You can tell a Christy Moore song, like "Don't Forget Your Shovel," even "Viva la Brigada," "Viva la Brigada." Obviously, I made a shot at that. List and Varna. You know what I mean? But "Go Move Shift," "Ordinary Man," "Ride On." These are other people's songs, but obviously he's collected them. He's more a collector, and that's kind of the Irish way. The Irish musical way is to collect and keep the tradition going. Even Luke Kelly, the Dubliners, you'll find a lot of these songs are traditional, rooted in previous decades. So it's a great privilege to be able to just freely reach for the library or scrummage through the library of Irish music that's available to us, and everyone can sing them, and it's grand. We're all just like, yeah, anyone can sing it. You're grand. It's all to be enjoyed. So expect a bit more there, and I suppose that's it for now. We're learning, we're recording, we're doing more stuff like this. I was out and about in the town for the first time in a long time, now that the old corona stuff is long past us. Although some people still just want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it anymore, it's over. And here I am talking about it, so what can I say, really? But it was great to see people that you haven't seen in years. And just say how you're getting on, and just the crack of the pubs. I don't even drink anymore, but I just realised the pub as an institution, as a sort of gathering place. I'd hate to see the pubs go. You've seen coffee houses and cafes sort of fill a gap where the pub wasn't able to fill during the pandemic. And there's something to be said for coffee shops, but coffee shops and stuff are made mainly at this point for people that already know each other. Whereas the pub, there's just a more communal sense of spirit when you're in a pub with people, and they start sloshing a few pints back and their lips start getting a little bit looser, and it's just a happier place to see people, I think. So long live the pubs of Ireland and everywhere else. But I'll leave it there for now. I hope you are keeping well. To the 0.001% who made it this far, you're a good woman or man. And I'll see you later.